Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Tuesday night, and you know what that means. It's time for your WWE NXT Event Center report. And now here is the man to bring you that report, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. What's up, everybody? Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 1469. This will be the last video of the day. It is June the 11th, 2024, 10 p.m. Just got done watching NXT, the fallout from NXT BattleGround. What's next? What is next for our champions? And it kicked off with the inaugural NXT North American Women's Champion Kaylani Jordan. And Kaylani Jordan knows that she has to live up to the title. Now that it says up until now, the NXT Women's North American title has not to have a heritage or a lineage. She's got to set the bar, and that's what Kaylani Jordan says. She's got to set the bar. She's got to set it right. So, anyways, as she was talking about, addressing who would be the first challenger, Jada Parker, representing OTM, has decided to interrupt and basically, basically said, hey, I would like to get her shot at the title. But as she was running her mouth, Michin attacked her from behind, and then there was a referee in the ring. Kaylani Jordan bailed out. The two ladies went at it, and the two ladies went at it. It was a matchup, one-on-one, hard-fought match. However, the Good Brothers showed up. As you know, Michin was part of the OC, along with the Good Brothers, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, and Mr. AJ Styles. It seems like the OC is getting a shot. But the OC, members of the OC may be getting shot at titles. We know AJ Styles will get his title shot at Saturday Clash at the Castle at 2. And, kind of really excited about that. But what will be the outcome of this matchup? And Jada Parker was about to use a steel chair, but Carl Anderson says, you're not going to use a steel chair. And Michin picked up on the opportunity and ended up winning the matchup. And as you know, they replayed what happened at Battleground when Wesley got blindsided by Gallus. And then on a WWE.com exclusive, New Catch Republic addressed that situation, and Tyler Bates says, listen, Wesley's my friend. Me and Pete Dunne are going to back him up against you three in a tag team matchup on NXT. But then Cody Rhodes arrives at NXT, giving two sweet signs, signing autographs, doing Cody Rhodes things, man. Cody Rhodes has been the best representative of the WWE. A lot of people believed in Cody Rhodes, except for the former owner of the WWE. But now, Triple H is believing in Cody Rhodes. Everybody's believing in Cody Rhodes. And meanwhile, Chase U and Ridge Holland are arguing. And it seems like Ridge Holland is arguing with Riley Osborne and Duke Hudson. Andre Chase was arguing, trying to reason with everybody. But Thea Hale, about fed up. She yelled at someone, would you four shut the F up and sit down? We're all Chase U. We're all together. And it's about time that freaking Thea Hale stands up and says, you boys shut up. Let me talk. We're all Chase U, like it or not. I would have, Thea Hale, she would have grabbed the MVP trophy of Duke Hudson, thrown it against the wall, and said, getting sick of it. No, I would have done that. I would have grabbed that trophy. I said, here, you want me to piss you off, Duke? Here you go. Your trophy. Boom, I broke your trophy. Fight me. That's what I would have said. I'll deck you, kid. I'll deck you. So, anyways, speaking of which, the six-man tag, Wesley and New Catch Republic went up against Gallus and one of the craziest, insane matches ever, and it seems like Gallus ended up winning the matchup against the Newcastle Republican Wesley. Jada Parker was complaining about the old team about Michin and the Good Brothers. I got a feeling this might end up leading to a 6-person tag match down the road. So this could be a big test for OTM, one of them big boys on the team. Well, Brinley Reese is about to prepare for a matchup against the returning Wendy Chu. But talking to Idris Enofe and Malik Blake, but they have a feeling that something's off. They don't know what. And Brinley Reese always been cheerful and always never given up. But then they had their matchup, and Wendy Chu coming out looking like an evil individual. So what in the world did she wake up from? Ugh. Excuse me. Anyways, it's almost time for me to go to bed. After I do this video and upload it, I'm going to bed. Anyways, we got to work early tomorrow morning. Wendy Chu looked like if Mei Ying and The Undertaker ever crossed paths and merged in some kind of science freak lab. And Wendy Chu just looks, Brinley Reese tries to hit her a couple of times. She actually, the hits have not been affecting her. I'm like, hey boy. You expect Undertaker-esque vibes coming from Wendy Chu. But she ended up winning the matchup, Wendy Chu did, with a submission hold. More like the $1 Million Dream submission hold, a sleeper-type submission hold. How fitting. Interesting. Now, Wendy Chu could be a threat to Roxanne Perez's NXT Women's Championship. Time will tell. And after the show last week, Oro Mensah attacked Ethan Page and then attacked him before Battleground. And Ava said, you know what? Ava said she had no choice but to ban Oro Mensah from the arena tonight. And a lot of people don't like that idea. A lot of people have been upset with that idea. But, like I said, she hated to do it. Anyways. So, that's what Ava Rain did mention. But she fined him as well. Roxanne Perez arrived at the PC. Byron Saxton interviewed her. That means, usually it's Kelly Kincaid. Will Kelly Kincaid fill in for Samantha Urban for Monday Night Raw, maybe? Well, there was a rumor going around that Samantha Urban's going to leave, but no, I think she remains under contract with the WWE. Samantha Urban does. We don't know about Kelly Kincaid. What's up with her? What's the story with Kelly Kincaid? She wasn't there, but Byron Saxton was. So, Byron Saxton talked about what the state of women's division addressed. Roxanne Perez, you had to wait, and then Mr. Stone, who is now probably assistant to Ava Rain as GM, assistant to the GM, asked Ms. Perez, you're going to have to wait just like everybody else. Like I had to wait to find out who my opponent was going to be at Battleground. Cody Rhodes, arrives to the NXT the arena, was addressing NXT Ring, addressing everything from Battleground. AJ Styles and Trick Williams comes out. And when Trick Williams was world champions now, and he asked Cody to pick Cody's brain, saying that, hey, how do you deal with this? And said that, and Trick Williams understands. And then Cody Rhodes goes, I'm here on authority by Ava to announce that you will face your next opponent in a 25-man over-the-top battle royal. The winner of that match will face. It'll be next week. The winner of that match will face Trick Williams at NXT Heat Wave. Now here's the interesting part. He said that this 25-man battle royal will also feature guys from different locker rooms. This ought to be interesting, and a lot of in the NXT universe wants to see the prestigious one, the local hero, say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Yep. That could be a possibility next week. We might see Joe Hendry in a WWE ring and an NXT ring. Very interesting. So we'll see what happens next week. The women's division, we're talking about Keilani Jordan and then Carly Bright. He said to turn around and talk to Wendy Chu, and Wendy Chu gave her that look. But Sarah Schreiber interviewed Dante Chen as he gets ready for his Singapore Cane match. And then there was the 2024 WWE Next in Line class in attendance as they watched a Singapore Cane match between Dante Chen and Lexis King. This matchup was insane. Dante Chen, watch out for this kid. He knows how to use a Singapore Cane better than anybody else. He was waffling away to the point where most of the parts of the Singapore Cane were flying at him. Vic Joseph and Booker T. Vic Joseph said, duck. Anyways. But Lexis King used his own cane that he walks in with and ends up... I'm trying to do this right. And Lexis King used his own cane to defeat Dante Chen in that Singapore Cane matchup. Rhodes, but as JC Jasmine Nick, Rhodes says, I got a gift for you. He's got the paper bag, and I'm going, oh no. He's not thinking about putting the paper bag over JC Jane's head. But no. He gave her his own face mask. During those times that, when he was undashing. And not only that, though. That was a face mask that he wore when he brought back the classic Intercontinental Championship title. JC Jane probably was really excited. And Jasmine X goes dashing. Aha! The only smoke and mirrors, ladies. Anyways. And Mi Chin was talking to the Good Brothers after getting out of Ava's office, and Mi Chin says she's got a North American title shot against a women's North American title shot against Keilani Jordan. That means two people from the OC have an opportunity to capture championships by next week. We'll see how that develops. Meanwhile, as Booker T and Vic Joseph were talking, somebody was grabbing Vic Joseph and startled him. And Booker T was screaming security. Now, we did not know who the assailant was until somebody videoed it. It was, oh crap, excuse me. It was none other than Brooks Jensen. Now, we don't know why Brooks Jensen, we have not seen him on NXT since that huge loss to Josh Briggs. Maybe, he says he needed to go away for a bit. We'll see what's going on. Meanwhile, Eddie Thorpe making his return to the ring against Tavion Heights. Tavion Heights gave Thorpe all that he got, but Eddie Thorpe won the matchup for himself. Meanwhile, the North Quarter Catch crew, Charlie Dempsey, Damon Kemp, and Miles Moore watching. And Charlie Dempsey was pretty impressed with Tavion Heights and... Oh, jeez. I apologize, folks. Man, this is ridiculous. I'm trying to get through this. Charlie Dempsey says, you know what? You impressed me. I want to talk to him. Miles, you go get him. Can you attack him? No, go get him. I want to speak to him. And then Damon Camp protested the idea. He said, well, you haven't beaten Tony Angelo twice, so what are you talking about? You have no right to talk about that. So, and Mr. Dempsey does have a great, Charlie Dempsey does have a great point there. You need to get some wins, Damon Kemp. He says the strength in numbers, maybe adding Tavion Heights to the team could really help him. Well, let's see what happens. Ava was talking to Mr. Stone, and Mr. Stone thought couldn't get any answer out of Roxanne Perez. Stevie Turner interrupts him and says, you know what? I got some insight. Overheard that, that Roxanne was going to call you out, demanding you apologize to her and thank her. And then Ava says, thank you. And he said, I got a phone call You guys can get out so I can take this phone call. What's the phone call about? Who knows? Javon Evans went one-on-one with Shawn Spears, and Shawn Spears ended up picking the victory over the upstart. Javon Evans is still a rookie. Give him some time to pick up a few more wins. New Catch Republic was talking to Nathan Frazier and Axiom about what happened, and then was going through pictures, and the D'Angelo family interrupts both teams, saying, hey, we can get a shot, and they walk away. It looks like Nathan Frazier's eyeing once again, trying to be the Heritage Cup champ. Well, we shall see if that match can go down. Meanwhile, Cody Rhodes was wandering around the back talking with Shawn Spears. He says, listen, you got the Royal Rumble, you got yours. Battle Royal for me, I'll get mine. And then Ethan Page shows up, hey, you ain't gonna congratulate me, old friend, and all that. But then Lexis King. Now you gotta remember, these gentlemen were in AEW a couple of years ago. Until now, so all those four gentlemen were in AEW a couple of years ago. He said, I'm gonna win that Battle Royal. But then he looks at the three of them. Cody Rhodes looks at the three of them and says, you're in a good place. Walks away. They kind of look at each other. Okay. Whatever. So Roxanne Perez addresses the state of the NXT Women's Division. And Perez just calls out the GM, Ava. Ava responds to Perez. But then, I think when Ava was about to name her the next contender for the championship, JC Jane, Jasmine Nix, interrupts Perez. JC Jane says that the women's division wouldn't be without JC Jane, and almost in reference Toxic Attraction. But then Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson interrupt both ladies, saying that, listen, we want a shot at the title. But then Lola Vice interrupts all four ladies and Roxanne Perez. She goes, I should get a shot at the title. All 6 women were brawling, and in the end, Lola Vice and Roxanne Perez clean house. If Lola Vice aligned herself with Roxanne Perez, would it be to get closer to that championship that Roxanne Perez has? Well, if Roxanne Perez can conquer that women's division, will Mari Gold's Julia be next? Time will only tell. Well, that is all the time we have on this show, episode 1489 of the show. NXT Event Center, the fallout from NXT BattleGround. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with Arabian Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.